people. Say hi, Jerusha. Hashtag to all the pretty people. If you are pretty from the inside out, hashtag pretty people, which is my organization where I get to celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So if you want to be a part of the pretty people community, hashtag pretty people. Yes. So I share actionable business tips, tools, motivation, inspiration. I help you build your business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, baby. And some of you are triple threats. I just love it. So if you are a triple threat like me, put triple threat in the chat. And so, yeah, we lost Instagram. So I'm streaming in several places. So let me know where you're tuning in from. I know we got South Kakalaka in the building. Oh, hashtag pretty people. Yes. If you are a pretty person, yes, we want to make sure we get the word out that we want to help other people start and build businesses. So this is the page for you. If you want some great motivation and inspiration, make sure that you are following, tag two people, share the broadcast. If you are a newbie to me, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. That just means you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. I love my newbies. And then, of course, yes, if you love this type of information, get your teams involved and say, listen, get on the broadcast, listen to the replay. Yes, let your peoples know. And so I'm all about making sure we have the information that we need to grow ourselves and ultimately grow our businesses. So that's what it's all about. So when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Knowledge. So let's talk about this. So I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach, and I help people build their businesses. I really love teaching how to leverage and monetize social media. And so I'm excited that anybody can do it. You remember back in the day, that's relative back in the day, when people had to, have a brick and mortar, they had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business. They had to go through so many contracts and logistics. Now, anybody can start a business online. Anybody can just start a business today. Isn't that crazy, right? Isn't that exciting to know that right now you could just start a business? You don't need to have a website. You don't need to have an LLC at first. You don't need any of that to start. You can start right now. All you got to do is have the right attitude, and all you have to do is have the right perspective. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm so grateful to see your beautiful faces. Hashtag pretty people. So we lost Instagram, but it's all good. So I'll do a recap in a video and send it to Instagram. So let's talk about this, how perspective can lead to your success. You got to make sure that you are focused on starting the business, doing the activity every single day for the business. No one is going to work as hard as you for your business. No one's is going to put in as much time and effort and everything in your business but you. And so even though we want everybody to love it, it's your baby. And that's why if you go to somebody's job right now, most of you probably work a traditional 9 to 5. It's not yours. So it's just like, I'm just here to get a paycheck. It's not yours, but start something. I challenge you to start something from scratch. Birth that thing, girl. And you birth that thing, you got to go through some growing pains. And so like being pregnant is 9 months, right? You're in pain, you're growing, same thing in your business. It takes time for you to mature in your businesses. And so I've been an entrepreneur for over 18 years, so I know a thing or two. So I'm going to share with you what I know for sure. Write this down. Get your business bestie on here. A pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. I love the interaction. So show me some love, some hearts. Make sure, yes, you comment in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you have a business already, put business in the chat. Say, I got a business. Congratulations if you have a business. And if you want a business, just put yes. Like, yes, I know I need it. I just haven't started, Jerusha. I know you're preaching it to the world. You're screaming it out loud. I just haven't started. Just put yes, because this way you're putting it out there that, yes, I want a business. Yes, I deserve a business. Yes, I want residual income. Yes, 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 yes. We want to go ahead and start that movement of, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can learn. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So how perspective leads to success, you can write this down. First of all, I don't know what your personal goals are. Many of you want to write a book. How many of you want to be an author? Put in the chat, you want to be an author. I want to be an author. Yeah. Author Jerusha, right? How many of you want your own nonprofit? How many of you just want, some type of organization, right? You want something more than you have. Yes. Number one thing, I need you to see it. The first point is you got to see it. You have to see it, the big picture with your mind. It's called mindset. Okay. You got to see it regardless of what you see with your physical eyes. This is why some people see the same thing physically, right? And they get the same results. But you have to look at it with a different perspective mentally. So if you look at, so let's just look at me, you're like, oh, that's just a lady teaching on Facebook. What I see when I see myself is a powerful speaker, speaking life, giving knowledge and hope to thousands of people around the world. What I see is I got the whole wide world in my hand and I can press a button. I'm live all over the country, impacting other people's lives. That's what I see when I go live. You might just see somebody talking. And so whatever you can imagine is real. You got to write that down. Whatever you can imagine is real. And so I'll tell you, I have two boys. When they were younger, what I did was I recorded some of their, moments, like my favorite moments. Children at those ages, they say the funniest things. One of my boys, when we were in the car, we used to drive, and the sun, you have the shadow, and then the sun would come. And if the sun would get on him and then the shadow would come, he would freak out. And so it's the funniest thing that I'm like, he is afraid of the shadow. And so, when you're driving, it changes. And so I wrote it down. So I record the little things that made me laugh, why I became, successful in business, because I wouldn't miss these types of moments that I could, look at it and laugh and pull over on the side of the road and take a picture and crack up, because I was like, he is afraid of the shadow. And then another one, he was afraid of the dirt. Like, he was small, like one, and he would not put his foot on the dirt. He was afraid of that. And so I got to really enjoy those moments. And so I would write them down. So all the young moms, if you're not a mom yet, that's something that you want to do, in my opinion, because now I can show them and we can laugh about it because they're big teenagers now. Now I can say, remember this? And so let me give you perspective. They had Legos, and we used to travel to go to Legoland, Florida, wherever Legoland was, Atlanta. We used to travel so they can go to Legoland. And so we had all of these Legos all over the house. And so I would ask, they play with them and everything. And I would ask my youngest son, what are you building? And he'd just be like, I'm just stacking Legos one after the other, right? And then I would ask my oldest son, what are you building? And he's like, a large glass monument, shaped like our family. It's going to be standing in Washington, D.C. And I'm like, is that what you see? He's like, yes, that's what I see. And I'm thinking, I just see blocks. I just see Legos. But he's like, you don't see it, Mom? You don't see all the glass, people? You don't see it? And so it's interesting because he's seeing with his mind sight. Now I can only, at first see the stacks of Legos. But when he described it to me, it gave me a visual and I could see what he was seeing. And so a lot of times that's why you need a mentor to see what you cannot see for your life and for your business. You cannot see how you're going to be an author, but a mentor or a business coach can see how you can do it, and they can give you perspective and they can start pouring into you. And so I just think your overall vision is more powerful than the process of getting there. You might not know how you're going to get there. Like, I don't know how I'm going to help 100 families get started in my business. I know for a fact 100 people are coming ready right now. And so I worked in radio and television. And so we would set the programming for you to view with your eyesight, right? And so the same thing applies to your mind. Did you know your brain is a program that you set every single day? You control what you see because you have the remote, right? With your mind sight, not your eyesight. And so I just said, you know what, Jerusha? Stay in your fantasy, right? It's something about being in your own world. When you are focused on building a business, you got to stay in your own world. You cannot look at the physical of your results, the client base, the numbers. You got to know it's already there. Write this down. You got to see it before you see it, and you got to seek it before you see it. Jerusha, okay? Write that down. And so right now, your mind sight sees the finished product mentally before you can see it physically. Write that down. Yes, you have to see it before you see it, and you have to seek it before you see it. Most people in starting a business, they want to see results right now. They don't want to seek it. Every day you got to post. Every day you got to meet new people. Every day you got to follow up. Every day you got to put in the time, the sweat equity every single day. They don't want to do that part. And so if you know the end from the beginning, you'll stay empowered in the process. So people ask, well, how do you show up like that all the time? I know the end from the beginning. I know the end from the beginning. So I stay empowered in this process of doing the work every single day. You're going to fail. I kind of embrace failure at this point. I embrace the word no at this point. You've got to embrace the things that are going to happen or you're not going to be successful. You're going to fail along the way. The problem is if you fail to get back up, that's the problem. And so we're all going to fall forward to success. Just keep falling, girl. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Okay. And so I think it's important. Write this down. Here's your business tip. If you are trying to build a business, especially online, you can do it online, offline, whatever, but let's talk about being online. You want to start now doing events. The holidays are coming. We can't wait till November. You got to start planning right now. You got to start setting yourself up. So you got to see it. I see myself making, 10,000, 20,000 just in November. I see myself making 10, 50. You got to go ahead and start seeing that thing. And you're planning it right now. Okay. First, you'll write this down. You start now. Do you not think Walmart is going to have their Christmas stuff out in a minute? In a minute. It's ready. It's gearing up. So you have to think like a retailer. So write it down. The next thing is write it down. Put it together today, put it wherever you keep your stuff on your phone, on your notepad, whatever. Start looking at events that you can have. Yes, you can have a virtual event. If you're offline trade shows, you could have a global conference. You could have product launches leading up to your sales that you're going to have during the holidays. You could have a recruitment fair. You start doing that now. So you can see, you'll get more excited about it. It's coming. When you go to the movies, they give you previews. That's why you'll start posting now what's coming, and people start anticipating, oh, that's coming up. I can't wait. But you got to put in that time right now. Collaborate. It's very important that you collaborate with somebody that's doing what you do, whether it's in your business, your sideline, your upline, your mentor in your business. Go ahead and start partnering with somebody right now. You can't want to do trunk shows or vendor events and you don't have anybody in place. You want to start asking those people now, this is what we're going to do. Go ahead and set the dates. Set the date. You're going to do how many in October, November, December. What are your plans of action? Be deliberate. You got to chase that thing if you want it. It's not going to just come to you. If it came to everybody, we all be like, it's going to come. Okay. Start marketing. Like I started marketing the 3-day ride, which is my signature business course. And so start marketing. Thank you for the hearts and the love. I appreciate that. Start marketing your events. Like this is coming, doing it in a TikTok, doing it in a reel, doing it in a live, create promotional content. Did you know, this is important, write this down. Visual content is 40 times more likely to be shared on social media. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Visual content is 40 times more likely to be shared on social media. Mobile video viewing has increased. So what that means is people are on their phone looking, girl. Visual content. That's why videos do well. That's why, most people don't read, your dissertation. They want to see a picture, visual. So you can start planting those seeds with visuals, right? Programming their mind that your thing is happening. And so like I started saying, hey, jump in the 3-day ride. Every time I'm live, I'm like, jump in the 3-day ride. It's coming. The 3-day ride. I can see every single person in the ride. My selective few, I can see those people implementing and they're having a lot of success. They're attracting their ideal prospects. I'm teaching them curiosity marketing. I'm teaching them how to have unlimited leads in the 3-day ride. I'm teaching them how to start conversations and how to convert those conversations. I can see it. It hadn't even happened yet, but I'm already envisioning how the outcome is going to be. I'm already celebrating. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, already. Whatever you can imagine is real. And so right now, I'm not just imagining it and not doing the work. I'm imagining it and I'm putting it out there. And I'm connecting with people and say, hey, do you want to get in my 3-day ride? This is what I offer in the ride. The link is in the bio. Every day leading up to it, I'm letting them know this is what's happening. Don't say you didn't know. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to get leads. Let me show you. You don't know how to recruit people into your organization. Let me show you what I know for sure of 18 years of experience. You don't know what to post. Let me show you. And so you go ahead, whatever your thing is, and start doing that. See how excited I get when I start talking about it, because I know it's going to happen. I'm like, thank you. Come through, Jesus. It's going to be more than enough. And just let's say, for instance, it doesn't matter. I still see it happening. I don't quit. I still see it happening, right? Like, what can I change? What did I learn, right? So let me just tell you how the next 6 months can change for you and what I'm doing, right? 100 people in front of your product will increase your year-end productivity. Getting 100 people in front of your product, whether it's a product knowledge video, whether it's a demonstration of the product, whether it's you talking to them about the product, getting 100 people in front of your product right now will increase your year-end production. The other thing for me and those people that are people builders, getting 100 people listening to your business opportunity, like putting them in front of the video. I have a 12-minute opportunity video that I share of what I'm doing, the 100 that I'm developing, getting 100 people in front of that opportunity every single month. Like I'm trying to get them in there every single month, 100 people. That's the goal. And so you already know numbers never lie. People do. Numbers never lie. People do. So visualize that 100 people that you're getting in front of your product, your service, your opportunity. Write it down. Make the vision plain. Isn't that what the Bible says? Make the vision plain, girl. See it. You got to chase it. And so this way, not only are you changing your life, but you're changing the lives of others, because if they use your product, they are getting results, right? If they start a business, they're getting results. And so for me, when I see the 100, I can see them on stage. I can see the different moms. I can see the different shapes of the moms and men as well. I help men as well. I can see all of the people excited and crying and getting awards, and just their children are able to go to the school of their choice. I can see it. It gets me excited already. Like I don't know them yet, but I know them. So if you don't have those type of dreams of envisioning yourself, it can't happen. And so what I found is where there is no vision, there is no hope. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Other people can't see that yet. I can. God gave me the vision. He didn't give a conference call and gave it to you. He gave it to me. So whatever your vision is, you don't need permission for other people for your success. Oh, should I write a book? Let me go ask my cousin. Let me go ask this person. No, he gave you the vision to write a book. Yes or yes. He gave you the vision for the nonprofit. He gave you the vision for the app. So you do it. You pursue it. And then he's going to put the right people in your path to help it come to fruition. But if you don't do these things now, if you don't write it, make it plain, you don't chase it, you don't start moving into action, it can't happen. And so what I want you to do today, I want you to look at your perspective. Your perspective leads to your success. And so I just know for sure, when I start seeing something, I can't let it go. Like I see it, it has to happen. I'm like, it's got to happen. Once I see it, it's a wrap. I see 100 in my future. That's right. I see 100 in your future too. So key thing is, whatever you can imagine is real. Whatever you can imagine. So if you can't see yourself earning 100,000, you can't see yourself being a 7-figure earner, 8-figure earner, it won't happen because you can't see it. The moment you can, your whole life is going to change. The moment not only just see it and work on it, it's going to change because your attitude is different. Your posture is different. The way you deliver is going to be different. The way you talk, the way you walk, it's going to be different. And that's why I embrace being different. I'm like, I'm different. I'm different. I embrace being different. I don't want to be like everybody else, right? And so I think it's important for us as people. I think it's important for us also to write our visions down and read them all the time. Read it every single day. Read it. Keep reading it. Keep reading it, because we can lose sight of what's important, because life happens. Life happens to me, sicknesses, all these things happen in your parents, whatever happens. So you can lose sight of what you really want. But if you write it down, take pictures of it. That's why people tell you, if you want a luxury car, go take a picture of it. Go drive it. If you want a nice handbag that's, Hermes, or and you want that bag and it's like $60,000, girl, go in the shop, hold it, feel it, touch it, take a picture of it. Go ahead and put yourself in it. How would you walk? How would you act if that's what you did? You spent $60,000 on a handbag, or you spent $20,000 on a pair of shoes. Like, girl, you stepping hot. Like, all of those things, you need to go ahead and experience them. And so I promise you, when you do that, I'm not a car lover, but people, I was like, just go drive the car. I'll do it, but I'm not a car. Like, I think, Teslas are great. It's not a dream car. It's nice. It's nice. It's something that I would get, it's definitely something I would get, say, okay, I achieved it, but it wasn't a dream car. So if you have something that you've been dreaming about and you're like, oh, I think I'll just love this, even a home, go walk in the model home, girl, claim it's yours. Just see where you're going to put everything. See how you're going to put the pictures on the wall. Go ahead and see it. Now, that is something I do all the time. I always look at the homes. I will go and look at a home like, oh, my next home is going to be like this. I love looking at, oh, I think I'm going to want this in my next home. And so that gets you excited. And once that momentum and excitement happens, you'll start to do the work and it'll happen for you. So if this was helpful, yes, and Darush, I love it. I love it. I love it. Put helpful in the chat, #helpful. Make sure you tag your teammates. Make sure you get in the 3-day ride. I want to be able to help more people. And the other way that I can help you, if you invest in yourself, yes. And so invest for 3 days, but it's longer than that. The actual live is 3 days. But I'm in this course with you, teaching you everything that I've learned, everything that I know on how to build online, creating a huge unlimited leads online, attracting people, and of course, conversating. I'm a big conversation starter. I do know how to tell you how to start them conversations, baby, and what the numbers are, and Facebook hacks, Instagram hacks, TikTok hacks, all of the things that people don't tell you. I actually really have an opportunity to go over all of those in the 3-day ride. So put 3-day ride in the chat. The link is in the bio, or message me personally, 3-day ride. I'll send it to you, but I definitely want to see you in the ride today. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's the ride of your life. Because if you love this free training, baby, you're definitely going to love the course, the 3-day ride. You're definitely going to love it. I over deliver every single time. I'll be putting up testimonials of people who have taken the ride in my stories. So if you're not following my stories, make sure you follow my stories. And so that way you can see that. But I'm excited. I'm thinking about having a free class on Thursday night. So I'm really, really thinking about throwing a free recruiting class on Thursday night, just to give you a little taste of what that'll look like in the ride. But I would say grab your seat now, because it's a limited seating. I'm just thankful that Grace and Mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. She said, yes, very helpful. Okay, good. Thank you. I'll see you on tomorrow, 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn.